You guys were supposed to really end the show back in 2010. Do you have any regrets about continuing on since then?
I'm the type of personality that just doesn't have regrets. I only look forward in the positive, and I think we got to more people. And now I travel all over, and I'm in all kinds of places of the world, and people come to our pumpkin patch, and it just people all over have seen this show, and we feel like we've made a positive impact about little people and anybody that looks different.
Yeah, had you had stopped in 2010, think of all of the fans that you have impacted throughout the years that you never would have been able to, and made a difference, a true difference.
I remember one of our executive producers, when they were trying to see if we would be interested in coming back, and you know, they presented some ideas that were very exciting. And, you know, Amy got the chance to climb Mount St. Helens. We got a chance to take the family to, you know, Australia.
This is really a once-in-a-lifetime trip.
You know, stuff that we might not have done. But the most important thing wasn't the trips and the things that they talked about doing for the specials, but it was this producer saying, hey, there's millions more people that still haven't seen the show.
You have tears in your eyes. What's going through your mind?
I'm just thinking about what a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think of how your own family has healed through these years too. All of the ups and the downs have been hard, but it only made you guys stronger.
I would say so. You know, we still are a family. We love each other, and we, you know, there's been ups and downs, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
But I think, all in all, I think we've, you know, accomplished some good things.
You sure have.
And there's been some big sacrifices.
What are those sacrifices when you think back?
When you're doing reality television, you're kind of committed, you know, your full self into it. To be on as long as we've been on, the 20 years, you have to be fully invested in the process. You look at me now, I'm emotional about it. You know, I have to be emotional on camera, not on cue, but it's real, it comes up.
The impact truly has been beautiful, what your family has been able to do for the community, and you've helped other families heal, you've helped other families feel more comfortable and not alone.
I don't know what my life would have been without this show, and it's been 20 years, and trying to visualize how we would have rolled forward and what, you know, what would have gone on and how much different. So I think, though, it's been positive experience, and you know, I'm not sure everybody in the family totally agrees. It depends on how, you know, who you ask at what point, but I think it's been a positive experience with positive impact on society. So I'm very, very satisfied. After our divorce, you know, I had to do a lot of soul searching, think about what I, you know, really wanted in life.
There's so much beauty in watching it back, but is there a part of you that it is tough to watch some episodes, seeing the drama unfold?
It is tough to watch.
Yeah.
That is very difficult to see, you know, that kind of drama, and especially since you know that the audiences, even though people say on the internet, oh, we don't want to see that, they do. They like watching the train wreck and the car crashes, and you know, so it's difficult as a father and a grandfather to see some of that stuff. But I know in the end it feels all good, and I feel very content with our journey. And I know, like you said, every single family has stuff going on.
100%. When these families are watching, as much as people might think it's, you know, for the drama and whatnot, really they're watching and seeing, oh wait, like that's happening in our household too, and we're not so different.
Right. Everybody has the uncle and the grandmother and the sister-in-law and all the pieces of it would make up a family. And so we feel like we're a very good company, America.
Right, exactly. So do you feel like the show contributed to any fractured relationships?
There are times when you have a relationship, and let's say you have a bump in your road, okay? Well, then 4 months later, you have to relive that bump. Not personally, but because it's on, and then the internet starts talking to it. So if you have a fight with your spouse, your son, your daughter, you're gonna have that fight has to happen 6 times before it's over. So it does make it reality television. I've said this before, not for the faint of heart.
It's so beautiful to see when you say the journey. I look at how Amy and Caryn are like besties now, and they have such an amazing relationship.
I can see that you didn't eat your croissant.
I mean, I got good half of it done.
Well,
I'm trying.
I'm gonna put the guilt trip on you because I ate mine.
Did you ever imagine that happening?
No, I never imagined that. I never imagined Amy and I even getting divorced. We never imagined it, you know. And people say, well, it's because of the show. And no, that happens. People's relationship, they evolve and they change. And I'm super, super happy for Amy having Chris. They're a wonderful couple, and we enjoy them immensely and hang out with them. And we're not besties, you know, every day, but we certainly hang out and get together. And
which
Chris
is beautiful.
It's wonderful. And you know, we love all the grandkids. I get to see some of them more than others, you know, that are living on the farm. And one of my grand boy Mateo is named in my honor, and I'm very exciting to see that. And there's been some sacrifices along the way, but they've been worth it.
Love you.
Love you.
Zach and Tori, of course, they made the decision to step away from the show. What did you make of that decision? Are you happy for them?
I am happy for them. I think that that's a very, very difficult and powerful decision to step away, because, you know, they got these 3 little kids, and it's not, you know, it's not for everyone. And Zach knows better than anybody how difficult it is to raise your children in front of the camera with all the scrutiny and all the nitpicking. You know, people, you know, not everybody, and more often than not, people are wonderful and lovely and write wonderful things. But there's a certain amount of people that write really nasty stuff. And it's hard to subject your family to that kind of negativity and have stuff like that written about you that goes into the internet that lasts forever. So I'm super proud of Zach and making the decisions that he's made for his family.
How is your mental health right now, especially now
Other
that...
than bawling my eyes out on TV.
Well, you mentioned, you know, obviously the internet, it's a different beast, and people always saying something. And I imagine now having this break for you, has it been nice and freeing for your mental health?
Yeah, every once in a while I think, oh, I need a dose of reality, so I'll go say something on the internet.
Well, you just posted a very lengthy post on
my
Facebook.
goodness,
Okay,
what
you
is that?
said the 20 years of NDAs are in the past. Do you feel this sense of freedom now?
I really do.
Okay.
And, you know, it's funny because social media, the onset of social media really came after we started the show. Think about that.
Yeah.
Facebook wasn't really there. I remember a couple years into the show going, oh, I guess I should join this thing called Facebook and make a presence. And then, of course, Instagram and then all the other things came along. And but there, you know, the blogging and things that people write about, you know, your family it's horrible. We got trained early, you know, to just ignore it, don't take the bait. But if we did say something, you know, we would get a call from the network saying, hey, it's probably better, you're under NDA, you know, and get a little reminder, a little slap on that. And I'm a rule follower. I like to follow the rules. And so you feel a little bit like you're tied, you know, you can't always come out and say what's really on your mind, probably for the better. But this, you know, post that I put out, I felt like it was time to just kind of talk freely.
Oprah once said, were you silent or were you silenced? Now you don't have to be either.
You can imagine after 20 years, there's so much more to say.
What do you want to say? What do you want fans to know?
Oh my goodness, there's so many things.
Get out the Facebook.
Get out the Facebook. Yeah, I think I was able to say a lot of things that I really wanted to say, but then as I was writing, I thought, oh my gosh, there's so many more stories to tell. So I started digging since that post through some of my old files and things and realized how much information I have in the history of Little People, Big World. Not only the process of making a reality show that lasts for 20 years, but just the entire thought process that went into so many different decisions. So one day maybe I'll write a book, but there's no plans at the moment. Right now I let that post, I enjoyed putting it out, and I really enjoyed all the comments I got back from it, people that really were touched by the show.